Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity unlike any other. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku after his volcanic island erupted, members of all four nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Archie. I play Aquila, a bloodbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I play Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hi, my name's Bree and I play Shurva, a weapon specialist from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Al, an airbender from the Northern Air Temple.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations. Hello! Hello! Hello, everybody. Welcome! Welcome to our Halloween special of Avatar Legends. Now, we have some incredible costumes here tonight. We have some complete arseholes here tonight who are not in costume. We should, really quickly, I think, come up with each of the costume names. I can see that Dave has already been named Pandal. I like that. That's good. Pandal's good. We need to come up with one for Brandon, who is currently dressed as a wizard. And we've also got Bree, who is wearing... Is that like a little bit of a Marilyn Monroe kind of look you're going for with a wig?
It's the main character from Atomic Blonde.
That makes sense. It is blonde. And then...
Good observation.
Then the two arseholes who we should talk about, Archie and Andrew. Andrew, you said to me not 2 hours ago that you had a sheet that you were going to wear. That was too low effort for you? You gave up on that? Is Andrew frozen?
He's frozen.
He's frozen. Is that his costume?
That's the Halloween costume.
Oh, Wisdom. I think we've got your name, Brandon.
No, I like Rungardium Leviosa.
Rungardium Leviosa. Oh, that's so good.
That's probably one of my favorites.
Rocket someone. Yes.
That's fantastic. Is Andrew? Where is Andrew? Genuinely just crashed out?
No, I'm here.
Probably.
Oh, he's here.
Your
I
camera's
thought he was
frozen.
just like...
I went into my
Kind of
wardrobe for a
statue
second just to grab something, and I didn't want people to see. So, like,
What? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, he's put on a cape. Okay.
I put on a cape. I also just wanted something red for Fire Nation.
Yeah, okay. So we've got minimum necessary effort here, and then we've got no effort at all next to you. He's running away. I saw his crack as he ran off. His shirt pulled up.
I don't want to see. I don't want people to see me in my pajamas. So
The butt crack bender.
my camera.
Do you reckon his name is AquaticArchie because he's got a plumber's crack?
Yeah, maybe.
It's so
Yeah.
moist. Yeah.
Aw, why would you go there?
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I didn't want that to happen either.
For the lovely podcast listeners, this is one of the episodes that it is definitely worth jumping on and watching on YouTube. You can find us on if you go to YouTube at Lost Archives D&D. That way you'll be able to see all of our amazing costumes and Archie just sitting there. No, he's walking around now. He's shrugging.
He looks lost.
I think he's genuinely having a mental breakdown, and he's coming and sitting back down and joining us. Perfect. We're ready for a session. That is a man broken. Oh, Andrew's got a crown on too, and it works with his headphones and his beanie. He's wearing 3 sets of headwear, everybody. They said it couldn't be done, but he has somehow managed it.
Do glasses also count? Because that could be 4.
Spartco. That's good. I like Spartco for Mako, but Sparta. That's good. Spartco's good. That's fantastic. Owen the Tiefling crossover of games, 13th of his name, Lost Horn of the green screen. Yeah, the green screen does not like my horns. I can turn it off for a second so we can get the full picture. Here you go. There you go. See the...
Ooh, everyone can see your house.
It's just a white wall and an open door. Let's not get too carried away.
It ruins the atmosphere, man.
It does. All right. So...
You live in a house?
I do. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We are super excited to be jumping into our Halloween special. Now, I did originally say that it was going to be a one-shot. which did heavily imply that it would not be canon for the campaign. I've changed my mind, much like I did for Curse of Strahd. It is going to be canon, and the consequences of this particular session will carry through to next session, and we are going to treat it exactly like a session of Avatar. It's very hard to judge Dave's reactions to things, because he just looks psychotically happy about everything.
He's always agreeing, happily.
He is always agreeing happily.
Well, I think you can see his glasses through his mouth.
I know, that's fantastic too. At least he's turned off that filter that tries to place eyes over the empty, soulless eye sockets of his panda mask, because that was horrifying. Oh my god. So, let me do a recap, and we will jump straight into tonight's session. Obviously, wishing everyone a very spooky Halloween. We hope you're all having a lovely time. For those of you who do play D&D or other tabletop RPGs, I really hope you got to do a fun little Halloween one-shot. If not, come and join us for ours, and let's jump into it. So, previously on Avatar Legends, our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Aquila of the Water Tribe, and Aang of the Air Nomads. With the recent death of Avatar Roku following the eruption of his volcanic island home, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently on the trail of 4 elemental spirits in an attempt to calm their rage and undo the damage done by a careless wish made of the whale spirit of the Siwong Desert. 3 spirits have now been appeased: the Kitsune spirit of water, the Sky Bison spirit of air, and the Badgermole spirit of earth. With only the dragon spirit of fire remaining, the team have been forced to travel west into the heart of the Fire Nation. Making a stop over at the volcanic island home that Roku had once built his home upon, the team learned that the Sun Warriors, the ancient firebenders, may know more about the spirit of fire. Located far to the northwest of the Fire Nation, the journey through these lands has revealed a concerning amount of industry focused on the production of weapons of war. Over the last 2 sessions, the players have been exploring the lands that comprise the Sun Kingdom. Initially arriving on the shores in the late evening, they quickly discovered that most of the mountaintops are colonized by dragons, a fact that has introduced them to quite a large amount of danger initially. Yeah, raw indeed, Mako. Deciding to explore during the day, the team headed back down the mountain and took a night in the nearby forests, using the coming daylight to search the seemingly abandoned, massive, sprawling ruins. Arriving at the top of a large sun temple, the team discovered an antechamber filled with statues of warriors dressed in very strange, almost Aztec-like clothing, performing some sort of dance or bending ritual. Their investigation was cut a bit short, however, by the arrival of said Sun Warriors, a people who it turns out had been living in secret in the shadow of their once proud civilization. The Sun Warriors, it turns out, know quite a bit about the elemental spirits, their history being able to trace its way back all the way to the very ancient days of this world, and revealing that the dragon spirit of fire has been corrupted by the Fire Nation itself, a reflection of the darker war-like changes that have come across the lands, and the only way to defeat it and to appease it is to face it head-on in combat. Making their way to the western shore of the northmost island, the team stopped off as the sun set below the horizon and a full moon, well, an almost full moon, began to rise above the ocean. As they camped out around a fire, taking a moment to rest and relax, a voice called out from the forests to them. "I'm just so cold." And that is where we left off last session. We jump straight back in. As all of you hear this voice suddenly call out, turn and face towards the forests. Mist has begun to gather among the undergrowth, rising as if from the lands itself, filling, hiding the spaces between the trees with a dark, soft shadow. What would you guys like to do?
Do you need a coat?
Yeah, you call out, "Do you need a coat?"
All out?
There's a moment response, and...
Oh no, you have a coat. I can give it yours.
"I can't get warm." You hear the voice respond.
Get light her on fire.
Mako, don't light her on fire.
Can we see the thing saying?
Yeah, like,
this, or just
who's
pop?
there? Who's out there?
There's a pause, and then emerging from the mists, you see a young woman. A few years younger than yourselves, maybe 15, 14, dressed in water tribe clothing, layered, dyed blue furs. And as she walks towards the fire, you see she is shivering, her skin almost a faint pale blue.
Ooh.
Her long, dark, braided hairs pull back, and you can see ice crystals gathering across its surface. And as she approaches the fire, she goes, "Can I warm myself by your fire? I'm just so cold."
Does she have
What are you
both her
doing
arms?
out here?
How'd you get out here?
Yeah, so Shurva, you pipe up. She just sighs sadly. "I lost my friends. I've been wandering alone." And as she moves towards your fire and holds her hands out, you watch as the fire begins to die down, getting smaller and smaller. The mist beginning to move closer and closer to the campsite.
No.
Does she have both her arms?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah, does she have legs?
She has legs, yes. I feel like I would have mentioned that in my description if they were absent.
Oh, well.
I try and describe what stands out most to you
She
and your
would have
characters.
hopped up, Andrew, not
Yeah.
walked up.
Oh, she could have just floated.
Could be floaty. Marco,
Let's do it.
use your fire thing. Maybe that'll help better.
Yeah, put the fire. The fire's going down. Put it back up.
Yeah.
I can just sort of light fires. I can't.
You're a fire bender. Bend it.
It's
Bend
a
it
fire
back up.
starter.
I try to make the fire bigger again.
Yeah. As you concentrate and wave your hands above it, could I have you
Sort of
roll
firebending
with
has
focus,
become.
please, Marco?
Light the fire boy.
Okay, you can't say that when we were telling you to cook things with your fire earlier in the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
When it
didn't
was
like
like-
that either.
When it was like, light a town on fire, you're all there for
Yeah,
it.
I'm
But
there
it's,
for
we're
that."
cold.
And
That is a 9. Success with consequences. Marco, as you concentrate and begin trying to stoke the flames, the fire rises quickly before suddenly dropping right back down until only the coals are left. The mist begins to surround the campsite completely.
Ooh.
As it
Hey guys,
does,
it's getting pretty misty here. Let me try to push the mist away. And Al will use his glider to try and like push the mist away.
yeah, absolutely. Could you please roll with,
Seriously.
I'm going to say passion or harmony.
Sorry, passion or what?
You look pretty harmonious in that suit.
Yeah, it haunts me, that fucking panda face. It's gonna haunt my nightmares. It's almost as bad as Shrok.
It's my new sleep
So,
paralysis
for those of you
treatment.
who joined us last night for Curse of Strahd, we also got dressed up in our outfits, and everyone for Curse of Strahd got dressed up, unlike Avatar. And
it's like the teacher's like, my other class is cool.
yeah, other classes has dressed up as Shrek. However, the outfit he bought was clearly the Chinese knockoff Shrok. And we had a lot of fun with that. It was just as horrifying. I think that the gloves were the most horrifying part of that outfit. Probably the same as the panda face, to be honest. Oh, he's putting his
That's
whole glove in his
adorable,
mouth. Oh my god. 6, that is a miss. Al, as you try and call upon the winds, as you try and create this gust of air to push the mists away, something is very wrong. The mists only grow stronger, surrounding the campsite until you can't even see your friends clearly anymore, just their silhouettes hidden.
I'll hold Rung's hand.
As you reach down and grab a hand, it feels cold to the touch, Arl, and a lot smaller than you'd
Rung?
expect for Rung's hand. A bit more
Rung,
feminine
is that
too.
you, Rung?
What?
Rung?
Rung, I was
Oh,
calling
God.
out to you, but you don't know what he's asking for. No one's holding your hand.
What? Yeah, I'm over here,
Is the
man.
voice
What's up?
coming from next to me?
No.
Ah!
As
Oh, why'd
you
let
as
go
you
of
jump
my
back,
hand?
as you jump back, Arl, a voice whispers in your ear. I'm just so cold. You've got lots of warmth. Can I have some of yours?
Do we all hear that, or?
Just Arl.
Oh.
The fire was just there. I'll start like moving quickly
Gaslighter.
towards Rung's voice.
As you begin moving backwards, you stumble over the edge of the fire and bump into Aquila. Aquila, suddenly someone emerges from the mist, stumbling and bumps into you, knocking you sideways a little bit.
Ah! Who's that?
It's me. It's all.
Oh,
Is it you, Aquila?
did you make this? Did you make it misty?
No, I can't. Oh, I guess I can do that, but no, I didn't do that. Do you want to hold my hand so we don't get separated?
Both hands or one hand?
At least one.
Okay, both hands. Can I raise myself on a stone pillar to see if I can like see above the fog somehow?
Yeah, absolutely. Could you please roll me with focus, Room?
I can certainly try.
I know you can.
Focus. Oh, that's a 6.
6. You try to make a pillar, but unfortunately it's hard to get the direction exactly right in this mist. Even though as you start creating the pillar, it starts off going perfectly vertical. You kind of judge the angle a bit wrong in your panic and suddenly find yourself slipping off the top of the pillar as it becomes this sort of angled ascent upwards. And as you plummet down, you crash on top of Mako, the two of you sprawling onto the ground.
Oh, hey guys.
Can you
Fucking
please
panda face, I swear.
get up? This hurts. Also, there's a scary panda looking at me.
Can I try to use concussive blast to try
Yeah.
to clear some of the fog and at least see where everyone is?
Absolutely. Do you want to make me a concussive blast roll? I believe that
Passion
is the
7.
passion. Yeah, perfect. I feel like I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. The panda costume, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Saints Row 4 and 3. It's just so... There's just, I don't know, maybe it's like Professor Genji that I'm thinking of, the giant cat outfit that they have, but there's just something about it.
Like
Bree,
you just
what was
picture him
that?
just
What was
running
it?
around like a a bazooka or something in GTA.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. A rocket launcher. Shurva, that is a 7. Shurva, nicely done. As you whip your fans around and send out this blast of air, suddenly a tunnel pushes its way through the fog, revealing Rung and Mako sort of gently spooning on the ground, having fallen on top of one another. And Mako probably looking a bit uncomfortable, currently sort of having Rung's foot in his face and partly in the wrong area. And then a little bit further along, you can see Aal is currently holding both of Aquila's hands.
But can't see the girl?
Well, it's at that point you realize there's someone standing right next to you.
No, far out.
Can I see her?
Yeah, as you turn, you see the girl. Her eyes seem to be almost glowing softly blue in the light. The fog moving away around her, forming almost like tendrils, these swirling patterns of smoke.
Can I use Suspicious Mind?
100%. Absolutely. Tell us about Suspicious Mind.
So when you watch a person carefully to try to figure them out, roll with focus. I got a 12. On
is
a
full
10
success.
plus, hold 2. Spend your hold 1 for 1 to ask their player questions while you observe and interact with them. They must answer honestly.
What would you like to ask?
Who or what are you?
And it has to answer honestly.
Has to answer honestly.
has to.
You've asked what are you specifically.
In as many words as possible.
It doesn't say
to be
that.
honest.
It does not say that.
Until we get the answer we want.
Who or what are you? Okay. The figure responds as she turns towards you and smiles. Ah, silly. I'm the Fog Maiden.
Ah, naturally.
No, yeah.
Was everything.
Now she's speaking loudly. She's not just whispering in my ear for this.
She's not
isn't
just
she?
whispering into your ear.
Okay, so everyone can hear this.
Everyone hears that.
What's a fog maiden?
Good question.
with you.
She turns and smiles at you, Aal, and steps back into the mist.
What are
Suddenly,
her teeth like? Are they just like normal?
normal
like,
human teeth.
Normal
I know.
teeth? Okay.
I know. I've got the pointy teeth right now. So it's
I was
like
just imagining like because she's like glowy eyes and like really pale, like almost blue skin. I was almost expecting like shark row teeth, like jagged.
Oh, that would be cool, but no, just normal human teeth for now. As she steps back and fades into the mist, a voice suddenly whispers in your ear. I guide travelers lost in the fog. Silly.
Well, we weren't lost.
Then where are you?
Where do you guide them to?
Then where are you if you're not lost?
Sun
No,
City.
I'm right here.
She laughs and disappears, stepping back into the
We're
fog
at
once
Dragon's
again.
Maw. That's what it was
Mako.
called, wasn't it? Because it's shaped like a dragon's mouth.
Yeah, Dragon's Maw.
Yes.
Marco, suddenly you feel a hand gently just lay itself across your shoulder. And then as she comes around next
Is
to
it
you...
cold to touch?
It is cold to the touch. As she comes around next to you, Marco, and smiles, she goes, No, you're not there anymore. You got lost in the fog. You're here now. I've guided you safely. And she steps back into the fog once again, disappearing.
Okay, I have one more question.
You do.
That timed perfectly with the metal pole dropping randomly, just I'll say. When you were like, it was just like, pole.
Have you got that running, the 5-hour metal pole random? What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
It's adding to the spookiness to have a metal pole drop randomly.
There is something wrong with you. Shurva, you have one more question.
There's like a few questions I could ask. Can I try to use Badge of Authority as well?
Yeah, you can give it a go.
So that's where you have some badge or symbol of authority from your background, something that makes you someone to be listened to, if not well liked or entirely respected. When you give an NPC an order based on that authority and their recognition of it, roll with passion. On a hit, they do what you say. So passion, I got a 6. That's a miss. And mind.
What do you call out to ask her to do?
I demand that you take us back to wherever it is, like, that we came from. Like, why do you think it's okay to just drag a bunch of people out into nowhere using this fog?
Suddenly behind you, Shurva. The head places itself right on your shoulders. She leans forward from behind and whispers in your ear. No, I can't do that. You were the ones foolish enough to step into the fog.
To be fair, we didn't step into your fog. You walked up to our fire and engulfed us in it.
Yeah, there wasn't fog when we set up camp.
We didn't ask for this.
Are you sure?
And yet, here you are. And if you're not careful, you'll end up lost. Forever.
Okay, for my second question, I'll ask... What do you have to gain from getting us lost in the fog?
Ooh.
Bones.
There is a prison deep within the wilds. The fog of lost souls keeps them trapped there. I help make sure criminals stay in the prison.
We're not.
Do we all hear that?
What?
Yeah, everyone
No.
knows that.
I don't think we're criminals.
I asked, do you think we're criminals?
Oh yes, of course you are. You've thrown the world into chaos with your reckless wishing.
Well,
To be fair, only
fair,
one of
only
us
one.
did that.
Yeah, can't we just... Marco
And
just
yet-
No, we just yeet you under the bus.
There's a bus.
And yet, without all of you, he never could have achieved that. You are
know.
all guilty.
Your Honor.
You can say that about
In this
everyone
timeline,
doing
I
his
wasn't
life.
there.
She turns towards you, appearing right next to you, Aquila. Yes,
I wasn't... they made the wish before I met them.
of course. I'm so sorry. But you were a servant of the dark spirit Yavu, were you not? You did his bidding?
I think they were more colleagues.
You are even worse.
I didn't really...
They were
fulfill-
unintentionally evil. You committed your acts knowingly.
I didn't help him. I didn't fulfill the.
That's a blatant lie. You absolutely did things that he told you to do.
Yeah, I
fully do it.
That's help.
Someone being puppeted.
I would classify helping someone as doing things they want you to do, or assisting them in achieving their goals. You absolutely
did everything he wanted to.
No, but that doesn't. If a serial killer gets you to help killing 9 out of the 10 people, you don't get off for all of them.
No, you're off the hook.
You still did these horrible things.
When this wish was made, I wasn't there.
Oh, but you were. I see both.
Yes.
It was worth a try.
It was worth a shot.
All right, so how do we get out of this prison? How many years we got to serve?
How do we escape?
You stay in the fog of lost souls for the rest of your lives.
That's an unfair prison.
Once you
You
enter...
guys got a long time. I've got 2 days.
No.
Yeah,
Do we get to like die, or do our spirits have to stay there forever?
You know nothing.
No,
This
that's
is
why I'm
gonna be
asking
fun.
the question.
That's
Dumb
why I
bitch.
also made the wish, because I knew.
Oh, do you say that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm getting pissed off with her.
You watch Shurva as she vanishes back into the fog. This time, the hand that comes around and grabs onto your head and lifts you up into the air is much larger, elongated, the fingers stretched and folding at multiple points as if she has like 4 or 5 knuckles along each stretch of her long, sinuous fingers. As you are raised up into the air, you watch as the face that emerges from the fog looks very different to how it did before. 2 sets of glowing blue eyes. A large curved smile with shark-like teeth. Her long hair unbraided and whipping back and forth like tentacles. You will show me respect, mortal, or you will die. And I will bring you back and kill you again, and again, and again.
See, the dying part didn't sound so bad, but the over and over and over part, not a fan.
It's at that moment she suddenly pauses, cocking her head listening to the air, and she lets go of you, Shurva. You drop to the ground, stumbling on the rough, uneven terrain. No. What is he doing here? I will be back for you later. And as she fades, the fog suddenly begins to dissipate, fading away. But the landscape that's revealed is very different to what you remember.
Ugh.
An expanse of snow and ice.
Huh.
A forest in the far distance. The spirit portal at the Northern Water Tribe, or looks very similar.
I think we're back in the spirit world.
We've been here before.
Hopefully the ceramic pot holding Yavu is still holding up.
No.
We should have brought him here.
Just go.
Maybe that's who she's gone to, like.
I can't see him again. You guys are gonna have to deal with it.
Hey, he's your ex.
Yavu or Roku?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
George-
see your exes, man.
It's
You
your
don't
ex,
know
yeah.
us.
It's not our issue.
I didn't invite them, so you guys wanted to hang out with her.
Who?
No?
Fog mate, I don't think I like this fog mate. When she said the whole like I'm gonna kill you over and over again for eternity, that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. I'm just gonna say that. Very brave, I know.
Rub you
I
the wrong
think it's just you. I think that's just you.
Okay, I thought I was being weird.
Yeah.
I feel like this is unfair entrapment. We didn't walk into no fog. She walked into us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is like a. She's stretching the rules a bit here, I
This
think.
is a con.
I feel wrong.
You look happy about it, though. You just seem so happy, though.
You were wrong.
Can I assess the situation?
Yes, absolutely. Of course you can.
You're always
No,
so
I
happy
can-
when I remember what moves we have.
Yeah, I am so happy. It's almost like I'm excited when we start playing the game.
Ooh, that's a 4.
That's a 4. Aquila. Something's off. here.
Hmm.
And it's only as you turn around and see the Northern Water Tribe itself, the village right behind you. And then as
Is it-
all
is
of
it
you...
exactly the way it is?
No. As all of you sort of blink, the landscape shifts and moves a little bit underneath you. And you're standing in the heart of the Northern Water Tribe, right at the Seers training grounds. Emerging from the hut, Aquila. You see an older gentleman, the previous Seer.
Oh,
Do you remember his name?
Well,
This is the question.
Christ.
That guy.
Let's see. Let's see. Do you remember his name? I'm genuinely curious. Do you remember it?
He never owed us anything, so he's not in my notes.
yeah, he's not Mr.
Yeah,
anything.
His name is
that him?
Tarnuk.
I have, yeah, Tarnuk.
Mr. Seer. Fuck off, chat.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourselves. Dave reading his notes is the funniest shit I've ever seen. You just see... You just see the panda head just go, all the way down.
No, my favorite thing is when he tries to drink some water and he just
Yeah.
dismembers himself.
That's also pretty funny. Tarnuk, as he emerges from the...
No, wasn't it the other dude?
That doesn't sound right.
Tarnuk was the seer, wasn't he?
No, Tanak was the dude.
No, was he?
Am I
The
right?
other dude.
You're meant to know.
I've got here Tarnuk.
Mm,
Am
was
you
the-
getting him mixed up with
You're
Kurok?
thinking of Kudok.
That is
Yeah.
the
The
one.
other male.
Kurok is the...
You named him very familiar.
Kurok and
that's
Ahini
similar,
were the couple that you guys encountered.
Oh, he,
Yeah, he just kind of uses the same name over and over again and just changes the first letter.
oh, it's
Kurok
Tarnuk.
and Tarnuk, how are they the same?
It's Tarnuk.
Ahini, Panini, like...
Ahini.
What?
He just really felt like a brat.
As Tarnuk emerges from inside the Seer's Hall, Aquila,
I bow. I bow.
you look as his face is just awash with disappointment, a mixture of sadness and a bit of disgust.
Nothing new.
Oh, Aquila, you're such a disappointment.
Yeah, I know.
I was hoping you could live up to the potential I saw in you, but your laziness, your need for validation, and your obsession with power has ruined you.
That's
I am
cool.
ashamed to have been your teacher.
You weren't a good teacher anyway. I learned more.
As you're saying that, a familiar figure steps out from the Seer's hut right behind him.
oh no.
A woman,
Where's
Oh
her-
no.
young, probably
She broke her
18 or
arms.
19, dressed
Keeping
in
Fun.
Water
arms does she
Tribe
have?
furs. Her right arm is intact.
Mhm.
Her left arm is a torn, bloodied sleeve,
Oh,
slowly
okay.
Oh
dripping
god.
red blood across the ground as she walks towards you.
Hey,
This is all good.
Was this
Yeah.
necessary, Aquila? Did this get you what you wanted?
I mean, I got some good friends.
Was it worth it?
They're pretty good friends.
She reaches out her right arm, stabbing it through into your chest. Pain racks your body as she reaches in and pulls out your still beating heart. Look at this corruption. And she holds it up. You can see black veins beginning to pulse along its edges. No blood drips from the chambers of your heart. Just dark, black Icarus slime, pooling on the ground underneath her feet.
That's hot.
As it begins to move towards you, strands lifting up and grabbing at your cloak. I'm going to throw everyone into a little brief encounter.
Fucks.
So, make sure that you, when you click on your exchange, make sure you click on the approach you want to make.
Oh, we haven't
Set
done one
that
of these in a
approach.
while.
It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a hot minute.
So where are we all in relation? Is Archie further forward with the still beating heart and all
Aquila's
that
right
jazz?
in front of Oki's older sister, who I was trying to remember where her
name?
is. Yeah.
Her name is
You've got it?
Tahini.
Karoya.
Karoya? Perfect.
Karoya.
I don't remember ever knowing that.
We'll
to
call
be
her
honest.
Carrie for short.
Okay, sister.
We'll call her Carrie for short, just to make it easy. Carrie, Kari. Brilliant.
That is
okay.
very Halloween of you.
Thank you. Has everyone selected their approach?
No.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure
If I
out
want to
what
do a basic
everyone is.
thing, I still have to select a combat approach. Is that
Yes,
correct?
please. Yeah.
So if I want to
So-
go first, I should choose a defender and maneuver and then do a basic thing with that? Is that-
Exactly.
So you said Aquila is right up in front, and then
Yeah,
all the rest of us
you are
all
just-
kind of together.
Yeah, in a little bit of a tight grouping, probably like 2 or 3 meters away.
Okay.
All right. Is everyone ready? Click resolve.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Just Shurva.
Okay.
Just waiting on Shurva.
I'm sorry,
and
I was trying to figure out what I
Aquila.
wanted to do.
And we're waiting on Aquila too.
I
There we
did.
go. All right, perfect. So,
Wait,
Mako and Al, both of you are defending and maneuvering. Just before I pass over to the two of you, as the dark corruption begins to move and attempt to ensnare and surround Aquila, you watch as Carrie's form shimmers and shifts, and as she sort of judders slightly in her head, almost turns around on axis, she throws her head back and screams, and you watch as the dark corruption surrounds her, leaving this hulking monstrosity, spraying this dark black corruption out of the stump of an arm as it goes for Aquila. Alrighty. Mako and Al, both of you are defending and maneuvering. I'm happy to let you both sort of figure out what you want to do as a team. Do you want to both roll for defend and maneuver?
Yes.
so-
Roll a 10?
Yeah, so if you're doing a defend and maneuver roll with focus, if you're doing a standard basic move, I'll just roll that basic move.
I thought we had to roll to like decide whether we can even do a basic move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to roll. You still have to roll for the focus. But if you wanted to
Yeah.
roll
I'm gonna roll with
separately,
harmony. Using can't knock me down just means I can't escape or seize the position this fight. But whenever you defend a maneuver, I can roll with harmony instead.
perfect. Do you just
10.
shout that out? You can't knock me down.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Cool. Yep, cool.
Yep, cool.
Alrighty. So 10 for Mako, 10 for Al. You both get to pick one each.
Is it 1 or 2?
Two each.
That's it. That's the stuff.
I'm going to use a learned technique.
What technique
You
would you
would.
like to use?
Where is it? Discharge.
Ooh,
Didn't
yes.
Is that?
Where I can mark 2 fatigue, and then I get the empowered status.
Brilliant. Absolutely.
Or force an opponent to be stunned. Hang on a sec. What does stunned?
They don't get to do anything for that little bit of turn.
Can't act or respond for a few seconds.
I will do empowered first because it lasts for the whole exchange.
Alrighty. Marco, as you hold out your hand, electricity crackling across it, the lightning covering your body, sort of gently sparking, fills you with energy, fills you with this need for movement and motion as your physical movements begin to speed up slightly, empowered by the electricity. I'm going to say that it causes your muscles to twitch and activate faster. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all the moves I can do. I'll probably just sort of space out a bit,
Cool.
from everyone else, but that's
Yeah,
about it.
sweet as. Oh,
I would like to. I changed my mind. I wasn't expecting it to attack, so that gives my basic idea. I will seize the position.
Yep.
And seize the position looks like Aquila, watch out! And I will step in front of Aquila, and face the monstrosity thing that's attacking him, and I will be like.
System.
yeah, exactly. That's it. Oki's beautiful sister.
perfect.
And then I will be like, Aquila's worked really hard to redeem himself. He's trying to right his wrongs.
Okay. I'm going to say, do you want to give the help action to Aquila? As part of that, as part of you kind of shifting and moving and getting into an advantageous position, do you want to make it so that you're kind of distracting and taking the focus away from Aquila a bit, which will give him a +1? Would you like to do that?
As my seize the position action?
Yeah.
Yep. Because I was also going to ready, which marks a fatigue and lets me fictionally assign a fictionally appropriate status on nearby enemies.
Perfect. What status would you like to inflict?
I haven't looked them up yet, but I think
I can talk you through them really quickly if you like. So
it is also of nearby characters, so you can
Yeah.
also inflict a good status on Aquila.
Oh no, that's what I intended to do.
Oh, gotcha. So there's Inspired, Prepared. So Inspired clears... Essentially, you can give Inspired to Aquila, which he can then clear that to shift his balance toward a principle of his choice. Prepared gives him a +1 to a roll. Favored lets him choose an additional basic or mastered technique in the next exchange that he wants to use. And then Empowered, he clears 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange.
Metagaming for a second here.
Yeah.
You said I can give him the help and give him a +1.
Yeah.
If he's prepared, can he stack those 2 +1s to make a
Yeah, so he
+2?
keeps the Prepared and spends it to get a +1 whenever he wants. Whereas
But
the +1 from the help he
+1 that
just
you said,
has
I
for the
give him
next
by-
roll.
Oh, for the
But I
next
can
roll.
have
Okay, yeah.
2 +1s.
Yeah, essentially.
But one of them you have to use for the next roll.
One of
right?
them he has to use on the next roll, the other one he keeps until he wants to use it.
So can he use both in the same turn, I think is what they're asking.
Not as a +2, no.
Okay.
Oh, look, do you know what? Sure, why not? There's no reason why you couldn't.
Well, I mean, his next roll is for his combat thing anyway, so it's not
Yeah.
actually that special to use as a. I will give him prepared.
Brilliant. Alrighty.
Oh,
Anything else on
you.
your turn, Al? I think that's it, isn't it?
No, apart from again defending Aquila.
Perfect. Next up in our exchange is Rung-Bolo, Shurva, and Kari. I think let's do Kari first, just because she is kind of like initiating this combat and moving a bit quicker. As Aquila, as you watch her take on this monstrous form, the claws reach out and attempt to basically slam you into the ground, crush you underneath their weight. She is going to inflict 2 fatigue on you as she slams you into the ground. And then as she holds out the stump of an arm over your body, more of this black corruption seeps out and begins coating your torso. It feels cold, Aquila. Cold like you've never felt before.
I should have made it cut off both your arms.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
The monster roars in your face. Alrighty, let's go to our other advanced attackers. Let's do Rung first.
Alright, what I'll do first is I'm going to mark angry. So like, "Arr!" Very angry Rung now.
Yeah.
Just so I can use the thing, bring them down. So pretty much whenever I can change my adversary whenever I mark the condition. So
Yeah.
I'm going to change my adversary right now to Bog Maiden.
Yep.
She's kind of the person who's brought us all here, and I don't love that right now. So
So do you want to
okay.
change it to the Fog Maiden or to Kari, who's the monster that's attacking Aquila? They are 2 different things.
I do get the thing, and I can change it again as long as I remove angry. I can do it again. We'll mark any condition. Yeah, I suppose that makes more sense. Yeah, I'll be able to reset it. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Change it to Kari. C-A-R-I-E. Alright. And I need to...
K-A-R-I, but almost.
K-A-R-I. Huh. Got it.
We've got to make it more Avatar,
And-
right? Can't be a real... It's got to be more Avatar name. Yeah.
A bucket of blood or something like that with her. And I'm going to, she's a big thing, restrain them. I can't really kill a thing. Dispose them, discredit. Depose means like kick them off a throne, I'm pretty sure. So it's probably going to be like restrain them or exile them. Exile, she's like a ghost. It's like exiling, they disappear. Go exile. That feels right.
Okay, so talk me through Exile.
So basically this is bring them down. I want this person gone. Obviously this feels very wrong. This thing's like a monster or spirit of some sort.
Yeah.
Send them back to wherever they're meant to be right now.
Perfect.
Sure as hell ain't meant to be here with us, is why I'm seeing this.
Perfect.
So, exile Kari, and because I've done that, now I've marked condition, I've got an adversary, and I've marked angry, I can use fueled by anger. So when I'm attacking, I can do an extra attack, and I get +1 to intimidate with any rolls I do against them. But now that I'm fighting my adversary, I got approach again. Adversary mark 1 fatigue to take +1 for each condition mark.
Just so you know, when you change your adversary, I can shift your balance twice to match your new adversary and your new goal. When you do, choose an appropriate goal, and the GM shifts your balance twice to match your new adversary and your new goal. Rung.
Yes.
I am shifting you 2 towards force. Exile is a forceful thing. It is not a care-based thing. I am moving you twice towards.
Are you about to go off the rails?
Yeah, he's on the edge of losing his balance.
We all worked so hard to not be there.
Someone's got to do it at some point, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Rung's very angry right now. So, with that being said, let me just double check. Fighting adversary, clear fatigue, become inspired. When you select any combat approach against your adversary, mark 1 fatigue to take +1 for each condition marked instead of your normal stats modifier.
While you're reading through that, Brandon,
go for that because I just want to figure that last little bit first.
Let me bring Shurva in. Shurva, while this is going down, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Get to pick one.
Only use one basic or mastered, which is I can't use my practice tech.
Sorry.
It's fine. I will attempt to pressure Harry. So I'm going to intimidate her by... I don't really know. I'm going to pull out both my fans, and I'm going to start kind of like stalking towards her with like flourishing my fans in front of my face like blades, essentially, because that's basically what they are. And I'm going to say that she cannot advance an attack next turn.
Brilliant. Very, very nice. She can no longer take
Will
the
you give us
advanced
some
attack.
time?
Alrighty. Brandon, are you ready with what Rung is doing?
I'm ready. I just read that thing before. Basically, it just means that instead of just using my +3 that I have, if I have like 4 conditions or 5 conditions marked, I'll just get like a +5 to my roll. So I had to quickly double check how that works. So, in that being said, I'm just going to strike twice. Just go bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. First one's a 7.
I think you can only strike once because one of your moves was to take the angry condition, correct? Fueled by anger.
Mark angry to use an additional base.
Oh, but you get to, that's right. It lets you do the additional one anyway. Yeah, so that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, even on a miss, take +1 going to intimidate others. So it's 2 attacks on a mark angry.
Brilliant. Let's get some strikes. So you've already rolled for the advanced attack, which lets you pick this, I believe. Had you done that? No, you have done it now.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's
7
the
and a
7. Why'd you roll twice? Just for fun.
I thought you had to.
He thought he had to roll the attack.
No. So just the 7. So you get to do 1, and then because you've taken the angry, it lets you do that strike.
Up the top, it'll tell you what you can and can't do with each roll. So you roll once, and then you use that to determine what you can do.
Exactly.
So you never you never roll to attack, and it's not like D&D where they have an AC and you'll miss all that kind of crap. It's just you either don't get to have a turn, or
you do something cool.
Get to do 1 or 2 or practiced or whatever, depending on your role.
Yeah.
Little bit different.
I was just like, did it need it to do twice or both? But that's what I pictured it.
So, because you got 1 move and you took the move as the fueled by anger, which then gives you an additional move, you now can do an additional basic or an additional basic or mastered technique. So you could do a strike. Yeah. So you can force them to mark 2 fatigue, or a condition, or shift their balance away from center, Or if you want to pick which one they have to do, you can mark a fatigue.
Just make them take 2 fatigue. That's my plan.
All right, so you have to mark fatigue, and they will take 2 fatigue. Perfect. I'll mark that off now. Perfect. And last up, Aquila. What do you do?
Hello.
Hello. Could you please roll for me? I need you to roll with creativity or harmony, your choice.
How's it? 10.
10 is 2 things.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. First.
Or it's one practiced.
Or it's one practice technique.
You have one of those.
Okay. Question before I do anything.
Hello.
Are these spirits or something else?
These look like a monstrous woman covered in like a black corruption tar. It is hard to say. If you had done really well on an assess a situation check, that might be handy.
4? Thank you. I got a 4.
You got a 4, yeah. Hard to say. Probably.
I'm gonna try. I'm assuming it has to be something like that because of how we got brought here and everything. So I'm going to try spirit calming
Okay.
as my practice technique.
Okay, brilliant. Because that is the full technique is the spirit calming. Okay, perfect. As you focus on your spirit calming, as you attempt to try and create that helix of water, because this is a practiced technique, you attempt this with a push your luck roll.
Yeah, and I might be able to add a +1.
Yes, you can add a +1 to that.
So I can add an 8.
8 is a success.
Oh, yeah. Do I have to add a +1 to this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then I got 1 extra that I can just use whenever.
Yeah, which you could add to this as well if you wanted to push it up to a 9, but I don't think there's any point.
There's not really much difference.
On a 7 to 9, you calm the spirit. However, it takes some time. All who are making this attempt mark 1 fatigue. Please mark 1 fatigue, Aquila,
Oh, shit, I didn't read that.
as you attempt to calm the spirit.
You'll be alright. You'll be alright. How many fatigues you got?
I've got 3 already.
You'll be
Doesn't
alright. You'll be alright.
read, doesn't dress up for Halloween.
No one told me.
It,
I asked in the chat, do I have to throw together a costume? And you wrote back yes.
Yeah, you can get forward. Owen was in Discord with us, and I
Yes.
said, wouldn't it be funny if we just told her to dress up and no one else did? And Owen said, yes, that would be really funny.
but don't do it, was the second thing I said.
Oh, no, I don't remember that. bit.
You're quoting
No.
me. You're quoting me out of context. You need to
No.
finish the quote.
You didn't say that. You said we could make that happen. That's what you said. Thank you,
That's
sir.
definitely not what I said, and there are witnesses to that Discord call who will back me up.
Andrew?
Yep, he
No,
said
I
that.
don't, Andrew's got a vested interest in making me look bad because I called Andrew a piece of shit during that Discord call.
Are you
Alrighty.
doing that Discord call?
Yeah, you know how it is. Dave's fucking face every time I see it, he's just this expressionless. This is gonna haunt me, seriously. Oh god, it's worse when it waves. Don't make the love hard, it's worse. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Alrighty, as we go back to the top of the round. Oh god, it's fucking panda outfit, I swear to god.
His tummy is so big.
Just rubbing his little tum-tum. As we get to the top of the round, no need to lock in any more techniques. I'm going to take us out of this particular initiative. As all of you rush forwards, attempting to help and assist, Aquila, you focus and begin pulling that double helix as it surrounds the spirit, or this monstrous form. It suddenly
Too late,
breaks.
you already said spirit.
Yeah. It suddenly breaks apart, not dissolving into light like it normally does with the spirit calming. Almost falling apart like it's pixelating and disappearing into nothingness. As it does so, the landscape around you seems to shimmer and almost glitch in a way, as suddenly you find yourselves somewhere else. Dave, you look very happy. Could I get you to please roll me a d6 for where you will end up next?
Oh god.
I can.
Bad.
Once I can see my mouse, here we are. That is a 9.
That is a 9. On a d6, that is
Wait, how did
impressive.
that work?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll call it the first dice, which was a 6.
Perfect. 6. Yeah, 6 plus 3, 9 consequence. So we'll take the 6. As the landscape shimmers, suddenly you find yourselves in an open expanse of rocky terrain. A small village far towards the west shimmers as heat waves rise above, giving it this almost mirage-like effect. In front of you, however, a large open mineshaft descends into the earth, disappearing into blackness below. Rung, you recognize Laiwowo.
Beautiful. Guys, I'm so glad you get to see this. Look, let me take you through a tour of the mines.
Rung, as you lead them down into the darkness below, you can see all the oil lamps are lit and you can hear the sound of earthbending coming from below, the crashes and crunches of stone. But the carts that are being sent up the mineshaft are empty. Just slag. No coal.
What
Wrong,
the
they can't
fuck
do it
is
without
this?
you.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man.
I was expecting more from what you were telling me.
It was like digging him out, just like flicking him behind me. It's like, nothing. Who the fuck has been managing this place? I'm gonna go off my bloody rocker. I'm going down here. I'm still pissed right now from before.
As you guys keep heading deeper, the mineshafts leading off from this central main descent are all empty. And as you begin heading deeper and deeper, you see signs that all is not okay. A few bloodstains on the walls of the rocky wall. A flag crumpled into the dirt. The flag of Laiwowo. And as you head deeper, you hear a new sound, a sound Shurva knows all too well. The crack of a whip.
A long whip or a short whip?
Yeah, how long does it sound?
Hard to say from this distance. Only Shurva would know that. Shurva, this is a pretty medium length whip. It's like maybe 20 meters long. Pretty medium length.
Like medium, like
Who's bloody doing
I
Outback
hate it
Spectacular
here.
down here? What's going on, man?
As you emerge out into the open chamber, Rung, you can see with your companions close behind, you can see the workers, the miners, slaving away at the rock face. Standing over them, a group of soldiers, shadowy, no real markings that you can clearly see. Could be bandits. One second they look like the Dai Li, the next second it kind of shifts and changes, looking more like Fire Nation soldiers. It's hard to say, but these soldiers seem aggressive and angry, whipping the Earth Nation miners. But the mine's dry. There is no more coal. There is nothing. As you turn towards your left, Rung, you see your father. His broken body abandoned on the side of the mine. Cut across his back in a number of places, just left to die of exhaustion and the wounds from the whippings.
He's like, Dad! He's like pulling out a little water in the back. He's like, here, get this up, you mate.
As
You
you
look terrible.
as you pull his head back and put some water on his face, his eyes are dead and lifeless. His head sort of sags, lolling to the side. And then
I'd
suddenly...
shoot him.
Oh, so you go? No,
Boulder
you go,
over
you go,
those
you go,
places.
you go. Yep, you go.
He's still angry. He just looks at the dude, like the dudes who are whipping the other dudes, and he just like launches a boulder at him, like, what's going on?
As you go to earthbend, suddenly you feel a hand grab at your leg. And as you look down, your father's corpse moves over, grabbing onto you, pulling itself up your body. Rung, why did you leave, Rung? You didn't come back. You didn't save us.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
just
shake
like
my leg? It was the Dali. It was the Dali.
As you shake your leg trying to dislodge this corpse. Shurva, what did you want to do?
I was just gonna like lean forward and like try to grab the back of the corpse's like shirt. I'm assuming he's wearing some kind of shirt that's like ripped up in the back.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna grab like as much of the cloth as I can and just try to wrench it off of Rung.
As you pull the collar, the body crumbles into coal dust, spilling across the floor, chunks of charcoaled human remains scattering. Another hand grabs at your wrist, Rung, and as you turn, you see your older brother.
Rung, you left. Everyone left. After you never came back, you left us to die, Rung.
As his hand grabs at your throat, clawing, cutting into your flesh.
You say younger or older, that one?
Older brother.
Older brother? I'm like, oh no, I'm like, Lo, mate, I'm so sorry, man. I wanted to come back, but he made a wish, and I poured over at Mako. We couldn't come back.
Excuses. You could have come back at any time. You can't lie to the dead, Rung.
Can I grab Mako's sword out of his hilt?
Yeah. Out of his scabbard.
Yeah. Hilt was the wrong word.
Hilt is the bit of the sword that you grab to get it out of the scabbard.
Yeah, I
you
realized
want to
that.
grab that bit.
I grab it the other way. I grab the blade and I hit them with the hilt. Like a club.
I just want to grab the sword out of Mako and then spin and just like cut its head off.
Yeah.
And I turn to Rung and I'm like, this isn't real. Like, we don't know that they're dead. We were just in Laiwowo a few days ago, past Laiwowo. We
Nowhere
know
near
that they're probably fine.
Nowhere near Laiwowo.
We were nowhere
we
near
traveled
Laiwowo.
past Laiwowo, didn't we?
You flew over it
was
from a
thinking-
vast distance.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, we seen the other town.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, well, I still do it anyway. And I'm like, your family is fine. Like, this is not real.
Look at the brother again, like, are you real? Lo.
Shurva has cut the head off. The body falls apart
my
into
bad.
charcoal. As you
Yeah.
turn around to talk to your brother,
I don't
Rung,
remember
you
it
can
being
see.
charcoal.
Yeah, as you turn around and try and talk to this spectre of your brother, you can see the pathway down that you took has collapsed. There was no sound, no warning, just caved in behind you. And as all of you sort of turn to look and then turn back, Rung, you can see the entire village. Corpses crawling their way towards you, some limping, some crawling their way along the ground.
The way is shut.
Just echoing across the expanse of the chamber.
Wrong.
We gotta bust our way out of this. Something
Wrong.
fucky's going on in Lo.
What would be your biggest fear?
Probably this.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not wrong.
So
Mako.
The mind's empty.
As you call that
Everyone's-
out, as you say that, everything shifts and changes. The dead suddenly collapse, and you watch as the landscape blurs and stutters a little bit. Dave, I think we'll take your second roll, which was a 3.
shit.
You find yourselves in a vast open chamber. Oh god, the nod.
Yeah, look, I've been looking at it, and every now and then I just get it scares me. So, like, I feel like I'm about to get murdered.
Yeah. As you the slow wave. No. I will boot you from this call, Dave, if I get too spooked. The massive hall in which you suddenly find yourselves is lit by enormous 8-foot-tall braziers burning with this bright red flame, pillars holding aloft the vast high ceilings above you. Shurva and Mako, you recognize this.
Yeah.
This is the entrance and the main, I would say probably like the presentation hall for those who wish to speak to Fire Lord Sozin. Sitting atop a throne, 2 dragons coiled around, forming the body of the throne. A vast wall of fire in front of him. You find yourself standing before the Fire Lord. He looks older than you remember, Mako. Grey-white hair pulled back into a tight bun. Crown of the Fire Lord atop his head. A short goatee, peppered with a few streaks of remaining black hair.
Yes, Mako. Finally returned to the Fire Nation.
Yes?
Are you ready to assume your father's duties now that his death has been fully mourned?
Didn't he survive?
If you're going to stand here, make foolish proclamations like a child who cannot deal with loss, then you will be out of my sight. Your father is dead. Grow up, boy. Deal with it.
Can I just... How did he die?
He was killed at the Peace Summit. This is why the Fire Nation must take control. The world is on the brink of conflict, the Earth Nation corrupt to its core. Only the Fire Nation have fostered a true, powerful people. It is our right. It is our responsibility to rule.
I will not be taking the position.
I knew that streak of weakness was in you, boy. Shurva.
As he turns towards you, Shurva.
Take him to the arena. He will duel Agni Kai for this insult.
Against who?
Myself, of course. His refusal to follow my commands is a stain upon his honor.
I would say that fighting the Fire Lord is almost an honor. You wouldn't want to harm yourself by bringing yourself into that position, would you?
Foolish girl, I will not fight him myself. His jewel is with me, but he will not taste my flames. I am sure there will be no end of representatives willing to support their Fire Lord.
And you hear from behind you a cry, "Yes, Fire Lord!" And as you turn around, the chamber is full. You see your parents, Shurva, looking at you with horror, gesturing for you to be quiet. Soldiers, ones you know, ones you've served with, looking on with shame at you. Mako, you see your mother, standing there, tears still on her face, and as she meets your eye, she turns away. Shame, clearly written across her features. And even though you can't hear her, you see her lips make out words which somehow you can understand even from this distance. Then I have lost my husband and my son. As she turns and walks back into the crowd. The Fire Lord steps up from his throne, and you see scales beginning to move across his arms, his hands becoming claws, his body morphing into that of the dragon you saw atop the mountain. A vast pillar of flame leaps from its jaws as it incinerates the room. And as the fires reach across, burning through your flesh, there's a moment of pain, and then nothing. Psycho Panda, could you roll me another d6, please?
I will roll 2d6s and we'll take the first one, yeah?
Yeah, and then I'll take the second for the next one.
That's the one.
1.
And I'm a friendly panda. Or a psycho panda.
No,
I don't know
you're
why-
definitely psycho.
We'll take a vote.
And makes you say.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood panda, guys.
I like to watch you sleep and keep you safe at night.
I protect you from the bamboo.
Jesus Christ. Did you just say, I'll touch your bamboo?
He
No,
said,
I'll
I'll
protect
protect
you from the
you.
bamboo.
Oh my god.
That's how rumors start.
You hear what you want to hear, huh?
I'll build a bamboo spike pit under your doormat.
Did you know bamboo can grow through a human body?
Exquisite under a nail.
Exquisite under a nail. That's terrifying. Oh my god, it's Dave! No, it's not. It's still Psycho Panda. I thought for a second we were going to get to see his real face.
No, he just takes it off every now and then to cool down.
And
he puts
hides
it back
behind
on.
it. The landscape around you shifts. Sunlight warming your faces, a breeze pushing across as the flames suddenly turn into a wisp of cloud that pushes past. Al, you see your home. The air temple, just as you remembered. Pagodas, perfectly in line. Monks moving to and from. Everything seems perfect, pristine, and calm. Then,
I'll take out his glider and just goes for a glide.
yeah, perfect. You just ditch your friends immediately. Fantastic. As you pull out your glider and take to the skies, your friends sort of like dropping down behind you. As you rise up in the air, you can see a number of monks flying through the air. Monk Gyatso is there, and as you fly up, he drops down. Aang! Not Aang.
Yeah,
Why did I say
Monk
Aang?
Gyatso.
Al, good to see you. I was out for a morning fly. How are you
I'll
doing?
join you. I'll come for morning fly too.
Please do. How are you doing, Al? Are you well?
It's been tough. It's been tough, Monk Gyatso, but we're getting there. We're almost there. We're approaching the final spirit, and we can balance the world again.
Oh, that is good to hear. I was worried, but now that we have identified the next avatar, and you have appeased all the spirits, all will be well again.
Exactly. While the air nomads around, the world will have balance.
Perfect. As you say that, a sudden blast of fire shoots up from the mists below, striking into the outer section of the temple, blasting off the side. The monks, suddenly realizing something's wrong, begin to drop out of the sky down towards the ground. But it's too late. You watch, Al, as above, an enormous ship flying through the air rains fire down upon the temple. You hear the screams of the monks burning as they fall from the sky, their gliders broken, their bodies charred. The temple itself bursts into flames. You see the sky bison paddock catch alight. A sky bison taking to the air, trailing dark smoke behind it as its fur burns with a bright orange flame.
Oh no, the dry hay bales!
You hear next to you Monk Gyatso go, "It's all right, I'll keep you." And then suddenly there's a flash of light and heat. And Monk Gyatso's gone. He's not next to you anymore. As you look around, desperately trying to see him, you see a plume of smoke dropping down towards the ground, a burning glider. As Monk Gyatso disappears into the cloud bank, heading down towards the temple below.
Monk Gyatso! How do we not see them coming? We're so high up.
Standing on the deck of the airship, all of you can see a figure. A little bit older than how he looks now. Crown. Holding up his topknot, dressed in warrior-like robes. And standing at his side, another familiar figure. A woman. A long whip strapped to her side. As you see older versions of Shurva and Mako standing on the deck of this skyship, pointing at various strategic locations as the firebenders begin to rain down fire. And above, shining through the clouds, you see bright red light, hotter than the sun, brighter, taking up the sky, shining above, as the bursts of flame become much, much hotter, much, much more powerful. Mako and Shurva, you look up and see older versions of yourselves standing there. Standing on the deck of this ship, raining down fire upon the air nomads. Mako, you're smiling.
We aged well, at least.
That's what I was gonna say. We look hot.
Yeah, we look good. I'm so glad this is a dream and not real. And I hurt.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think got us here? Like,
It feels.
I really don't want.
It feels real. You can feel the heat coming off the blasts of fire. The stone beneath your feet.
Is this our future? Because like I really didn't want to go back, but if this is our future, like,
Why
still
do you
don't wanna
sound
go
so
back.
happy about this? we were gonna try to stop this.
Yeah, we are going to try to stop this.
The view
So why do you sound so
shifts.
happy about joining?
Yeah.
That's a good position.
I'll
fuck's wrong
scream
with
at the
you?
ship. I'll screams at the ship. How could you? And charges the ship.
As you charge the ship, you watch as suddenly out of nowhere a blast of wind fires from Shurva's fans, knocking you off course as a gout of flame from Mako. Actually, no, I'm going to change that. As a blast of lightning from Mako's hands cuts through the glider, sending you plummeting to the ground. Right as you're about to hit. The vision shifts and changes once again, and as you strike the ground, I mean, that was a fall that should have killed you, but it doesn't. It leaves you winded and breathless as you collapse into the ground. Suddenly you find yourselves back outside the mine, this time much closer to Lai Wowo. Rung, you can see marching through the streets, the Dai Li, gathering up hostages, gathering up people, moving them through, and walking with them. Standing there, pointing at which families to take, which children to separate from their parents for maximum effect, is an older version of you. The stone hands hidden under your sleeves as you point, and suddenly the stone hands disconnect, fly forwards, and grab your younger brother by the throat, lifting him up into the air as he rushes forwards. Rung, don't go! Rung, please! Please, you're my brother! As he tries to gasp, calling out to you for help. And you just tilt your head, and there's a crack, and the stone hand lets go, and the limp body drops
That's
to the
kind of
ground.
fucked.
Okay, like, my future self just burnt down a village. I didn't kill my own family.
That
Yeah, I
you know
didn't know
of.
I was going to be. I didn't think I was going to be doing that at some point, but I think you need some repercussion. I'll launch a rock at myself. At myself in the future.
Yeah, you as you send forward this blast of stone. Do you want to roll me with passion, Rung? I think passion is the right stat to be using for this.
So Shurva, another question.
Hmm?
When we're in the thing, whose fear was that? Mine or yours? Or both?
I think it was more yours.
I think it was mine. Because, like, it's to turn out that the wish didn't work, which really is, like... What's gonna
Yeah.
happen when I fix the wish?
I don't know.
Rung, 6, that is a miss. As you send forth this blast of stone, you watch as your future self just very gently, calmly, just turns his feet to the side slightly, and a section of stone just rises up, catching the blast of rock that you sent, and then dissolving into sand, pulling it down into nothingness. As he holds out his hands, you watch as the stone reforms around it, and he looks towards you and smiles. I remember when I was that weak. When I was that foolish. No longer. And a blast of stone flies out towards you from his hands. As it connects with the side of your skull, Rung, you stagger backwards, and the landscape shifts and changes once again. This time back to the north. Aquila, you see a darkness, tendrils of shadow writhing across the landscape as a vast swirling vortex of shadow rises. At its core, hovering in place, tendrils of darkness sprouting from its fingers, slamming into the landscape below, is an older version of you. Eyes glowing with a dark purple light, black tattoos across your body. You casually reach out as these dark tendrils take control of a Water Tribe warrior, turning him around and stabbing his friend in the side as he cuts him down. And then you sever the connection, moving on, taking control of others, as you and Yavu together conquer the north. All of you stand on in horror and watch as single-handedly, working with Yavu, Aquila slaughters everyone, one by one, using the members of the Water Tribe, using the warriors to kill each other, the children to kill each other, the women to kill each other, the men to kill each other, tearing themselves apart, taking control just casually, one at a time.
Even the children.
Yeah. And then at last, when all the corpses lie there in the streets, the darkness seeps into them. And as you close your hands, the puppet strings tighten, and all of the bodies sit up at once, slowly rising, standing softly. A whole tribe of people under your command. At that point, all of the corpses turn towards you, standing on this building, looking down at the devastation below. The shadows deepen, and the older version of you, Aquila, laughs and looks. Yeah, I remember. I remember when I was that weak. When I held back.
When I thought piss bending was funny.
You feel a tightness in your bladder, Aquila, as your future self tightens his fist, and then as your bladder explodes outwards. No, that happens. No more.
I think I still find it funny.
You'll find it fun and games until it happens to you.
You're like, future me is cool.
As your future self tightens his grip, the spears of shadow fly towards all of you, stabbing through you. Again, there's that momentary flash of pain, and then it subsides. Shurva, you stand in the desert. Before you, you see the partly mummified remains of Mako, Aquila, Al, Rung, and Oki. Without you, they didn't make it.
Makes sense.
The sheer shrew, sniffing around, goes to take a bite out of Aquila's slightly mummified flesh.
Hey,
As you
don't bite them.
ward it off, you turn and see more bodies in the desert. More people you couldn't protect. Your family, your friends, even people you know that you've saved previously. You see Mr. Library's half-mummified corpse buried in the sand, a book.
He said the name!
I thought I'd throw you a bone. No, Moo. I thought I'd throw you a bone. Half buried in the sand. Just an endless expanse of nothing. All the people you couldn't protect. And then suddenly
Is
the
the
sand...
Shu family there?
The Shu family. Everyone's
Yeah.
there.
Chirpy's there.
Chirpy's there. Yeah. As you step backwards, you hear a
Whoa.
crunch. And as you look down at your feet, you see you've stepped on the mummified remains of Chirpy, which have half cracked and crumbled into dust beneath your feet. Yes,
That's
Akira.
gonna go, ugh.
Sorry, this is a bit meta.
Yeah.
Rung, Chirpy used to be your pet.
I thought that was like some just like baker in like town or something like that. Crazy. Can't believe I had a pet.
Shurva, as you look out across the desert, the sand begins to drain away beneath your feet, the body's pulled with it. A vast pit opens up beneath you, but you don't fall in, you stand above it, watching as it drains away, leaving nothing behind. Nothing and no one. Just you.
And my really long whip.
That fades and crumbles into dust. As you reach down to hold onto your weapons, they crumble into dust.
What do we need Trevor for now then?
The scene shifts and changes. Mako stands alone on the Agnikai pitch, all of you in the stands watching. As you step up and begin walking down the pathway, making your way into the center of the pitch, ready to face your combatant. An older gentleman, dark black hair pulled into a half bun, dressed in military outfit, turns around. Streaks of very subtle grey just starting to dust his temples as you see General Zhao. I did tell you, Mako, that you would be foolish to take me on in this quest. And it seems you just weren't good enough. Now I have to humiliate you in front of the whole Fire Nation.
Well, I'll go out like a fool. That's fine.
Oh, so you know the Fire Lord has ordered me to take you out. Good. I was hoping you might beg, cry, and blubber. But never mind.
So which arm do you need?
Which arm?
Yeah, like...
I don't need my arms to kill you, princeling. You're weak. You're nothing. Your friends made you great. By yourself,
Well-
you really
But I'm
No
great enough to
threat.
fuck up the whole world.
And you didn't even do that, right? Did you?
No.
Come on then. Let's see what you've got.
Well, let's go.
Mako, I'm going to throw you into a special combat initiative, just you and Zhao.
Oh shit.
I think I should put on. I think I should put on the Agnikai music. What do we think?
That's fine.
I was expecting just to get blasted and get thrown out of this.
Here we go.
Oh,
There we go. That's the Agnikai music we know and love. This is a cover version that I've done so we don't get into trouble. Alrighty, Mako. Seeing as you both are going to be choosing your approaches, what's your first approach?
I will be doing. Shit.
No, don't
What would
do
you like to do?
that.
Advance and attack.
attack.
Advance and attack.
Advance
Alright, perfect.
It all.
Both
Just
you
squats
and
down in the middle of the pitch.
General Zhao simultaneously advance and attack. Could you please roll me with Passion?
Passion.
Passion.
Oh no.
Please fail.
That is a miss. Mako, as you go to strike forwards, Zhao is just too quick. The blast of flame from his feet shoots out, causing you to stumble backwards. And as you try and regain your footing, a blast of fire strikes into your chest, burning through your clothes, scarring your chest. The flesh melting, burning, and bubbling under this vast onslaught. I need you to mark 2 fatigue and a condition, please. Afraid seems rather appropriate for this moment.
Yep. That's
Or
fine.
insecure. I would also say insecure kind of works too.
Don't know what for.
No, I'm already insecure. That's fine.
Already insecure. Please pick an approach.
I would like to do pressure.
Okay, so that is a defender maneuver.
Yep.
No, sorry, pressure's, advanced attack, sorry. Yeah, pressure. Choose an approach. Your foe cannot use that approach in the next exchange. What would you like to prevent him doing? So you're going to try and advance attack, so...
Yep.
Yeah, so roll with passion, and then you're going to try and do a pressure. So yeah, tell me what you want to try and prevent him doing.
Strike.
Yeah, okay, so you want to prevent him advancing and attacking next turn. Absolutely.
Yes.
He's actually not advancing and attacking on this turn.
That's fine.
Rather appropriately. But do you want to make me your passion roll to see how
I got a.
see if you can do it? Because you might be able to do 2 things as well.
Oh no, I rolled a 6 on my
That's a miss. So you get to do
Passion,
anything. So now you get to roll again.
What?
It's a new exchange. So if you miss,
yeah, I'll roll again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll to attack again because
yes, please.
Oh my god.
Panic.
That is a miss. That is a 5. Again, as you go to try and prevent, essentially try and block him from being able to do what you need. If you want to do a technique, you can do one. You just have to shift your balance away from center. If you wanted to do something on a miss, you can still do that.
You know
I
what?
love this music so much.
I will. And only fitting away from balance. Okay, that's fine. I don't need center. I will just do a strike. However,
Okay.
I will use blue flames.
Whoa, brilliant. As General Zhao moves in for a killing blow, his fist curled as he strikes forward with a sudden blast of flame right to your head. As the flame engulfs you, Mako, you push out, desperately trying to lay at least one hit on Zhao. The blue flames rise up. Again, there's that moment of pain and heat. All of you watching, you just see Mako obliterated by this second strike from Zhao. Then the landscape shifts and changes once again. This time, you see a guard hall. Training grounds of some sorts. Weapons on the walls. Looks like people are preparing and training in the background. You see a young girl rush forwards, a sword. Actually, I'm going to say a whip way too long for her, held in her hands as young Shurva tries to rush out onto the battlefield to practice and to train. But she's laughed at, mocked,
sent away. You watch Shurva as your younger self moves back into the training hall. You don't remember any of this happening. You remember it differently. You were welcomed. People were happy to teach you. People were happy to have you there training with them. But you see your younger self growing bitter, growing angry. She begins pulling daggers off the walls, hiding them about her person. Disappears into the shadows, moving away. The scene shifts and changes once again. You find yourselves standing, all of you together once more, on a large open expanse of rock. Below you, the ruins of the air temples lie before you, smoke and ash. As you run into one of the buildings aisle, calling out Monkey Atsu's name, you stumble across a chamber. The bodies of Fire Nation soldiers lie littering the ground. Slumped against a pillar at the far end, the lifeless body of Monkey Atsu. 20 Fire Nation soldiers around him. He defeated them, but in his final moments, he became a killer. Not a killer, a killer.
But Aquila is also a killer.
Yeah. The landscape
That's
shifts and
debatable.
changes once again. Everything happening faster and faster, blurring around you. But this time, as it begins to resolve, there's a sudden flash of light, a blast of energy, and you will find yourself stumbling. Standing on the edge of a cliff, you look down and see a vast valley filled with fog, shapes, shadows, figures wandering through it. Oh,
the prison.
I was just in time. Are you all okay? As you turn around,
What?
you
Where are
see
we?
a figure. A man in his 40s, 30s maybe, water tribe. Dressed in furs. Soft blue glow to his eyes that fades away.
Was all of that in the fog prison?
You don't know.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh,
Will
you
we-
ask him?
Yeah.
If you had been in the fog, I would not have been able to rescue you. Apologies. I am Avatar Roku.
Hi.
To
What?
me, Avatar Kurok. Thank you.
What?
You are in the
you,
spirit wilds, do you not remember?
Yeah, we just
Wait.
were expecting a different avatar.
Wait.
Roku.
How do we-
More sense.
I am all avatars, and you watch as Kurok's form shifts and changes, this time taking on that of a woman. She looks in her maybe 30s or 40s, but it's hard to tell the white face paint, the green robes, large fans at her side, and she's enormous, easily 6.5
Is she?
feet tall. Yes, I am Avatar Kiyoshi. I am all
Kiyoshi.
Avatar. Tell me, what are you foolish children doing here in this place? This is not safe for you.
Didn't
Fog
intend
maiden.
on it.
We didn't
Fog
mean
maiden.
to come here. I didn't even know how we
Maybe I
got
can't.
here.
Fog
This-
Maiden says
Oh.
that we're criminals and dragged us here. We
Big
think.
hand on head.
Big hand.
I see.
4 eyes.
Yes, I know the Fog Maiden by reputation. Many spirits have been granted access to drag mortals who commit crimes against the spirits into this place, the Fog of Lost Souls. But it is madness to drag you in here before you have had a chance to undo your mistakes.
That's what we said.
I believe in
Go
punishment,
and do
but
it
only
afterwards?
when it is
After we've done
earned. And while I disapprove of your choices, you did not make them maliciously. You do not deserve to be cast to the fog. You watch as her form shifts and changes, this time changing into Avatar Roku.
That's the one we like.
That's the one you like. Do you say that out loud?
Hey.
I like Kiyoshi better. That was my team right there.
You should not be in here. I will do my best to get you out.
The spirit wilds are not a safe place, not since Yavu has escaped his prison once again. You will have
Did
to face
escape,
him
okay.
before the end. I hope you are ready for the battle to come.
Not even
Yavu's
ready for the
escaped.
battle with the dragon.
We'll definitely kick his butt though, easily.
I'm sure you will. Be brave, be strong. Face it head on.
Oh, yeah, that rhymed.
That's the Fire Nation motto.
Be great. Strong. Face it.
Flamio, Heartman.
Flamio.
I have heard people say such a term. It is something the youth say, Flamio Hotman.
Hot man.
Well,
It's cool.
Come.
Don't worry about it.
I will lead you to the... And as he goes to say exit, you watch as suddenly Avatar Roku freezes, a look of pain on his face, as a hand pushes its way through his core. Long, dark fingers. No, no, no. These are my playthings. You are not as powerful here, Avatar, as you were when you were alive. You have no power here, not while I rule. And as Avatar Roku calls out, sort of reaching down, trying to pull at this hand, he's flung down, striking into the earth, and you watch as his form shifts and changes and condenses into that of a baby, swaddled in Air Nation robes, crying on the ground, reaching out, grasping for someone or something. That's better. A
Who killed
baby,
Roku?
a child. That is what you are now. She's kind of standing right over this baby, but if you want to try and rush up and try and like get to it, you absolutely can, Rung.
Wait, is she like standing on the edge of the valley?
No, she's standing on the solid part of the land. You guys are the ones standing with your backs to the ledge.
Damn it.
How like vast drop would it be?
Probably close to 100 feet into dense fog, so it could be even more. That's just where the fog starts.
Could I try to, with the baby on the ground, could I try to like create a little pillar to like if this is like, you know, Portal when they get little balls rolling and like Zelda and the ball rolls, it's like that, the thing punches it over to me. Can I do that for like a pillar, just like see if I can just like launch the baby at me? Like,
You're gonna yeet a baby.
yeah, I want the like, pillar to like at an angle and like shoot it towards me.
You want to yeet the baby is
Stop
what I'm
my
hearing.
foot.
Okay, brilliant. I'm going to get you to
Yeet
roll
the
with
baby.
focus. If you fuck this up, you will kill Avatar Aang.
You will kill a baby.
Well, spoilers. that's Aang.
No,
Yeah,
it's
obviously.
not gonna kill him. It's gonna like.
Is that just gonna
What
go straight to the next avatar?
Didn't we try to do this kind of thing last time we were here and bending didn't work?
The 9.
9. As you slam down, concentrate and pull up, you watch as a burst of stone flings the baby directly towards you, Rung, but a little bit higher than you were expecting. If you want to catch, you're going to have to mark
Baby.
a fatigue.
I'm marking a fatigue. I'm catching this baby.
As you leap up into the air and grab hold of the child and hold it back, the spirit laughs.
It's just a baby. What do you think it's going to do to help you out of this? No, no, no. You belong in my prison. In the fog. There's no point resisting. Come now. Let me toss you off the cliff into the fog.
No, thank you. No,
Doesn't
thanks.
sound like
I'm,
fun.
I'm just gonna try to see
Yeah,
that
hard
it
pass.
worked.
Hard pass.
I'm
Avatar
going
baby is,
to
like,
try
gonna
to
be
use
the
the
best
thing
baby.
I learnt with like the embers, fire embers, and try to like spray him in the face.
Okay, what happens as you try and shoot these embers out, Mako? You watch as the fog lady laughs. The embers splash, like almost splashing across her, and as she splits, she takes on forms very familiar to you. The older versions of each of you, rising up from the fog, striding forwards. Al, your older version was one you didn't actually get to see in the vision. A survivor of the genocide of the air nomads. Your Air Nation robes have been repaired, burned, broken, repaired again. You look like a hard man. Scars across your shoulders and arms, one across your face, and blood stains the hem of your robe. You have hunted the killers, responsible for the destruction of your people.
each and every one of them, one at a time, until you die. You will make sure there are no firebenders left. As your future versions stride towards you, I'm going to get you all to jump into a combat initiative.
Say to the fog.
Do
Wait, were you Kari? To the fog person.
Ooh, doesn't respond.
Do I still have my fatigue and stuff from the fight?
Yes, you do.
Yep. Shit.
Do I need to change my? God damn it, that poll. Do I need to change my thing against it?
Do you need to change your thing? What do you mean?
Bring them down, my adversary from Kari.
No. You can keep it against the fog. It's all the same thing. I'm gonna.
Can I clear my fatigue because we're entering a combat against the fog mate?
Yes.
When you enter a fight against the adversary, clear fatigue.
Technically, you are entering. Yes, that is correct.
Yes, and then if I use a combat thing, I have to. I've read it as like you may before, but I have to. So if I choose a combat thing against them, I've got to mark 1 fatigue.
Yes.
And add +1 for each condition instead of using my normal stats modifier.
Yes, that's correct.
So I need more conditions.
I can give you more conditions.
Actually, thank you. I think.
All right, everyone, select what you would like to do, and when you have selected, I will lock it in.
I think I'm good.
Brilliant. Alrighty, is everyone locked in? Mako, Shurva, Al, Aquila, Rung. Just waiting on Rung. Come on, Rung.
Right, I've locked in.
Great. Alrighty. Future Al and Mako and Future Rung all chose Defend and Maneuver. Mako, I'll let you go first.
Cool. I need to roll with... What is it? Focus? Focus. Focus.
Focus.
Focus.
Focus Jocus.
Cool. 9?
9! You may choose one technique.
Cool. I'm going to seize a position.
Brilliant.
I'm going to try to get away from the edge and get away from them.
Brilliant. As you rush forwards, ducking between them and on the other side,
now,
keeping your future version in view.
If they want to block my movement,
they can spend a fatigue.
They have to spend 2. Because I've got a special thing.
They don't want to.
Cool. That's all good. I just want to get away.
Alrighty. Next is Future Al and Future Rung. Future Al.
What about current Al?
Current Al. Oh, sorry, is underneath. Apologies. Current Al. Current Al, what would you like to do? I don't want to be visited by the psycho bear in my sleep, so yes, please. Dave,
yeah.
You may have your turn.
I rolled an 8, which is only 1, right? Oh, darn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will retaliate. So it says each time a foe, so I don't even have to specify which one.
No.
So I will try to just step forward towards his oncoming future self.
Okay, brilliant.
And take a defensive stance and say, the airbender way is not to strike first. Stay your weapon.
That's what got my people killed. Your future self responds to you.
And what would Mankiatsu say right now if he saw you?
Mankiatsu's dead! As he cries openly. Future Al rushes forwards, also doing a defender maneuver. Future Al rushes forwards, and you watch as he appears to take some sort of seized position, jumping up and getting right in front of you, Al, so that he can readily throw you off the side of the cliff with a blast of air. Next up is Future Rung. Future Rung also takes a defensive style status, and you watch as Future Rung pulls up these sections of stone hands that rise from the ground and begin orbiting around him as he keeps them moving. And as he turns towards you, Rung, he goes, "You should have joined the Dai Li, Rung. Could have made you powerful. Could have made you ready. as the hands begin orbiting.
Stupid decision to join Dai. Anyone can learn stone gloves.
He doesn't respond. Next up
Wait,
in our...
Rung, you know how to use stone gloves?
Yeah, I don't know. Rung, I think
I'm
rather
not telling him
appropriately, Rung, you should be next.
Alright. I'm going to... So he's got those like rocks like flinging around him, hey, like flying around him and stuff.
Yeah, these floating stone hands, much like the Dai Li use.
Could I use Smash on those bad boys
You'll have
to
to
destroy to stabilize?
have to roll me first with Passion to see which moves you can do.
Yes, let's see if we can do it. So there we go. It's an 8. Oh,
8.
wait. Oh, no, because I've got the thingo. So when I attack, I have to mark fatigue for attacking.
Yeah,
And
baby.
instead of using my thing, and instead of using my my normal stats modifier, I have to take one for each condition marked instead of your normal stats modifier. So I believe my 8 would actually go -2, so it's going to be a 6.
6.
Damn it.
That is unfortunately not enough. Rung, as you go to strike forward, sending out these little shards of rock, the hands just grab and pull your missiles out of the air, slapping them away, pushing them aside. Your future self laughs. Pathetic. Was I ever as shit as you?
Yes, and you still are.
It's a good comeback. I like that actually. Next up.
I believe I take 2 fatigue, so I use 1 for the attack of thing and
Yep.
then 1 for doing thing. Yeah, that's-
Brilliant. Next up is
We're not looking good, are
Aquila
we?
taking an advance and attack. Aquila.
Hello.
Hello.
Trying to decide what to do.
I'm feeling horny. What are you doing?
Maybe the same.
My horns were digging into my skull. I had to readjust them.
This is
That's a
young
joke.
me, right? Like current me, not old me.
No, this is old you. You are playing current you. Old you is facing off against you. Future
Oh, I'm
you.
trying to. Okay, I'm fighting against.
Looks like you're fighting future you.
That sucks. So I gotta roll with passion first, I guess.
Yes, you do. Definitely.
Because they already know what we're going to do. They've done this before.
Yeah, this is not fair.
This is an unfair fight.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
got a
guys.
10.
I did say it was a spooky Halloween special, and what's spookier than imminent demise at the hands of your future selves?
Yeah.
Absolute success.
I think
Thank
jump
you.
scares are boring as shit. I like to go for existential dread. I want the horror of tonight's session to really hit in about 5 hours from now when they're trying to get to
Well,
sleep.
I
if
would
they
already
kill us,
hit.
they would exist in the future.
No.
Yeah.
They're just rocking up and seeing the costume was enough.
Dave. 10, absolute success, Aquila. You may pick 2 advance and attack maneuvers or 1 practiced. What you gonna do, mate? What you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna strike first. No. Can I pressure first?
Yeah, you can pressure first.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pressure.
Under pressure.
I want to choose an approach your foe cannot use that on the next exchange. I want them to not be able to advance an attack
Okay.
on their next turn. Do I need to roll anything for that? Or is that just
No,
that?
no. You just get to do these things because
Cool.
they are basic maneuvers and you've already rolled with passion.
And then I will. Oh, where is he standing?
Right in front of you, blocking your way off
But
the
not
cliff.
on.
You're on
so
the edge of the
it-
cliff.
Oh fuck! All right.
Did you
myself.
really think it would be that easy?
What if I take us both down? No, that's stupid.
I'll put my teeth back in for this bit.
If I die,
Yeah.
then future me never exists.
Just exactly.
Hey, mate, don't overthink it. Let's just see what you're going to do.
I'm gonna strike him.
Great. Do you want to mark a fatigue to pick what he has to take?
No, I can't afford that.
Okay. He will
Oh,
take.
so
He
he
will
can-
take
he can
the take a condition. Next up in our order is Shurva. You look like you know exactly what you're going to do.
I want to call my future self out.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
So I've already rolled with passion. I got a 9, so I can
Brilliant.
do one thing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. You
so
can call yourself
I'm
out.
openly going to call her out on her principle
Yep.
of probably self-reliance.
Self-reliance. Okay, nice. So shift your balance away from center. Roll with that principle. So roll your, so it'll be 2d6 plus 2.
So I got 13.
Oh, shit. Okay. What do you say?
So, on a hit, they are called to act as you say. They must either do it or mark a condition. So, along self-reliance. Trying to remember what self-reliance is.
So basically not needing to have other people define who you are. You know who you are.
Yeah.
You are your own person. You don't follow rules because they're rules. You follow them because you believe in them. You forge your own pathway.
You were never supposed to take this path. You wanted to protect your friends and protect your nation, protect all nations. You were never going to join the Fire Nation. Why have you done this? You should never have joined up with everything that's happening here. What happened? What's going on?
Shurva. You watch as your future self. He's in the process of pulling out a whole bunch of daggers, essentially throwing knives to fling at you. And she pauses. Shakes her head. Looks down at her hands at the daggers. Oh my god. What am I doing? This isn't right. This isn't. And then you watch as she explodes into mist.
Cool.
Fading away into nothing.
Well, I solved my one. Your turn.
Very, very nicely done. Perfect. Shurva. Really, really nicely done. Next up in our thing is future Mako, who is going to advance an attack. Mako. Future Mako turns and watches Shurva vanish, shakes his head. I knew she was weak. Now to get rid of the other weakness in my life. He watches electricity crackles across his palm.
She was so stronger than both of us. Oh god.
And a blast of lightning shoots across. Mako, I need you to mark 2 conditions and the stunned... Sorry, not 2 conditions. Sorry, I need you to mark 2 fatigue and the stunned status. Hello, friend.
There's a problem.
What's the problem? Have you run out of fatigue, have you?
Yeah.
You must then mark a condition for each fatigue that you would normally take.
Cool.
As you take the stunned condition as well, I am sorry to say. Next up is future Aquila, who is going to evade and observe. Future Aquila? Future Aquila. Sort of like runs backwards, moving out of the way a little bit, getting into a better position. And as he looks at you, Aquila, you can see those dark black tattoos moving across his body. Those strings, these dark tendrils, begin to fall out from under his coat as he grabs onto them, almost like the strings of a puppet. And he is going to hinder as these strings then fly out. Aquila, I need you to please mark impaired. You can choose whether you want to mark 1 fatigue or take a -2 to all physical actions.
-2?
-2 to all physical rolls or a fatigue.
Yeah, I'll take the -2.
Perfect. Amundo. That is the full round. Everyone, please select another approach.
Question.
Hello.
With the just moves in general.
Yeah.
Can I do that on any, or does it have to be in like?
You do it on any of them.
All right, cool. Lock it in, Eddie.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Oh, I have to lock something in.
Yes, you do, please.
Not that it matters.
Oh, and I will delete future Shurva from the initiative.
Woo.
Alright, is everyone locked in?
Yeah,
Mako, Aquila,
Aquila.
Shurva. I just need Rung and Aal. If anyone's ever trying to get really good vampire teeth, I can thoroughly recommend these ones. Because they're so easy to put back on and remove. They are fantastic. Just got them from Amazon. Alright,
Num-nums.
Rung and Aal, I both need you to lock in
Amazon
a...
Prime?
Yep.
Do you know that if you had Amazon Prime,
You
you could
could.
subscribe to your favorite person on Twitch for free?
Or
It's
this
not
one.
just good shipping deals.
No. Or you could subscribe to your favorite, or to this one. Rung, lock in and approach.
Alright, choose mine.
I was buying you time, man. Come
Are
on.
you locked in?
Let's try to double check one thing. Alright, done.
The shameless promotion.
Alrighty. Aquila, you are up first. Aquila, testing.
7.
That's one approach.
Cool. I want to use one of my moves.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I want. Hang on.
Piss bending.
We've discussed that in detail.
Yeah, I don't learn that till I'm older. I turn that stupid thing on now. I keep hearing it. I'm gonna use Peacemaker. So I'm gonna
Okay.
walk calmly into the middle of a fierce conflict and plead with the fighters to stop. Mark fatigue to ensure that they care what you think and listen to you. On a miss, the conflict burns far hotter than you imagined, and then you're going.
No.
I like the sound of this.
So I rolled plead for this, right?
Yes, please.
And
Oh,
I can add a
please.
+1. I
Please
can add a
fuck this
+1.
up. Please fuck this up.
Don't. Does 6 hit?
No.
What do you need?
Seven's your
What do you
magic
need?
number.
I needed one more.
Yeah.
What'd you
Aquila.
roll?
have
What'd you
that
roll?
thing? Did you
I
have
rolled
that thing
5.
before?
I
From
rolled 5
earlier,
and I added
like
1.
Did
Or
you
is
get things
6?
like
Let
Al
me
ages ago to help you or something? Or was
Yeah,
He
I
that-
already,
can add
he
that.
already
That was
used
it.
that.
Oh,
That's I just then.
okay.
Let me have a look. Let me help you. Maybe this isn't as bad as you think.
No, we're fine.
No, it is. It's as bad as you think.
The conflict burns far hotter than you had imagined, and now you're dead in the crosshairs of the angry fighters.
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
Oh, you're dead in the crosshairs? Okay. This gives me a
So
a
what
turn.
was this one? You were trying to use Peacemaker. Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I
Yikes.
tried.
Aquila,
Thank
you
God
watch as
it's
all the
done.
future versions turn to you. You were the worst. Yeah, mate, you were the one who fucked everything up by getting Yavu out. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
The
Future
best
Princess.
of the worst.
That doesn't seem to be the consensus. Aquila, that is your turn. Let's move on to Mako.
The best, sir. I'm stunned.
You are stunned. Let's move on to Aal.
Ugh.
Let me 11. Roll of focus. Nice. Okay. Well,
Wow,
Al sees that Aquila is in trouble.
he is in trouble.
How close is Aquila to me?
Aquila's probably about like 2 meters in front of you.
Okay, I will leap with a bit of airbending to help him leap, and stand in front of Aquila. And I know thematically they'll still go for him, but like I'm trying to like use the ready action. No, I'm not. I'm trying to use the. Hang on. What am I trying to use? What? How did I give him a condition last time? It was his position, right?
So you can give conditions. That was that was one that we kind of like gave you because of the way that you did the Caesar position. But really, to give a condition, it's kind of mostly. Do you mean a condition or a status? Because statuses is mostly going to be things like bolster or hinder, which is evade.
Status. Yeah, sorry, it's a status.
So they're evade and observe techniques mostly.
Really? I thought I just did one last turn. Silly blows each time.
You did, but that was because we were very, very generous.
Oh no, because I get the +1 from the generous one, but I did a move that let me.
I think it was help.
It was not the help action. You did.
Ready?
It was one of your abilities, I think, wasn't it? Let me quickly look at the character sheet. It was.
Assigning. Sorry, it's ready. It's ready. Mark
Ready.
1 fatigue to ready yourself or your environment.
Yep.
Assigning or clearing a fictional area. So I actually didn't mark fatigue last time, so I'll do that. So I'll use the ready.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stand in front of Aquila, put one hand back and just kind of like on him like that and facing the others. And I'm gonna give him the status which heals him over time, empowered.
Nice.
Clear 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange. So he does need to survive this exchange.
You just need to survive. Aquila?
And then for my second defend and maneuver action, I will again set up a retaliate.
Okay.
And say, you were us once. You know that we're just trying to fix the wrongs that we've done in our lives. We deserve this chance.
That kind of sounds a bit like a plead. Al, instead of retaliate, would you like to do a plead?
Sure thing. How many? That's an 8.
Future Al pauses. But they're all gone. Everyone I loved. All because of him. And he points at future Mako.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
All of them. I couldn't save them. The best I can do is avenge them.
Well, now that we know what's happening, I can go to the temple. I can warn them. I can work with Mako now. We can have a world of peace. I believe it.
Ooh, okay.
Or we could just let Mako die in 2 days.
You watch as the future version of yourself, Al, lowers his glider, nods, closes his eyes as his head drops. He fades back into mist. I will take him off the initiative. Anything else on your turn, Al? I think that was your full turn. Future Rung. Future Rung has had enough. Rung-Bolo. You watch as future
Aunt's
you.
angry.
Yeah. Future you just strides towards you and then flings out 2 of these stone gloves which reach down, grab you, and pull you into the earth under the ground. Could you please mark the trapped status?
Excuse me, Dad.
Hello.
I do believe that everyone was looking at me, though.
Everyone was looking at you, that's true.
Everyone
Could
is
you
targeting
please
him.
mark the trapped status, Aquila,
Yeah.
as you are pulled underground?
Thank you.
That is true. Thank you very much.
You must mark a combination of 3 fatigue or condition to escape.
Future Rung looks over it. Future Rung looks at you, Aquila, and goes, you know what? You're right. You're the piece of shit who let Yavu free. And then the stone hands go out and pull you into the earth, crushing you under
You
the
regret
ground.
that? Yeah. You could have just let that happen.
No, well,
To be fair, no, he did the right thing. He did the right thing.
yeah.
You did the right thing, even though I wanted those conditions. You did the right thing.
Alrighty. Next up, Future Aquila is going to advance and attack. Future Aquila is focused on current Aquila. Future Aquila sends out, he is going to do, Aquila, a much stronger version of your bloodbending, as he does blood twisting, but a much stronger version. This is called blood breaking. I need you to take, if they are already impaired, trapped, or doomed. You are trapped, are you not?
And impaired.
And
If you are
doomed.
already impaired, trapped, or doomed, inflict an additional condition. You need to mark 2 conditions. You are in so much trouble.
I have all 4. Oh wait, conditions.
This is bad, Aquila.
I would say afraid,
Yep.
angry, or troubled.
Troubled.
Hmm.
This is
Insecure.
bad,
I
mate.
feel
You're
insecure.
almost full on fatigue. You're 1 away from fatigue problems, and you've got a lot of conditions. This is bad.
Afraid and insecure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you have okay. Me and him.
I'm more insecure because his bloodbending's better than mine.
It's way better.
It's way better.
Next up is Future Al, who is gone. Shurva, you are next.
Okay. I was
Also, people
Gonna-
with long hair. How do you deal with long hair going in your mouth all the time? It's the fucking worst.
Eat it.
I hate this.
Just
Get used to it a
I
little
hate
bit.
this.
accept it and eat
I hate
it.
this. So why is my beard not protecting me like some like fucking
to be
catfish
fair, it's
barbell?
probably making
No.
it worse. Like it's probably
Yeah.
like the hair's getting stuck in it and then being
Yeah.
close to
Yeah.
your mouth.
That's exactly what happens.
I mean, my real hair is normally this gorgeous. Shurva, what would you like to do?
So you've already, Aquila, you've already got the status empowered.
I am empowered, that's right. That's my one good status.
Just brush off the hair with this feather.
Is there? So
Huh.
okay, first I should actually roll. We'll go hard.
I don't think that counts as a
Six.
derail.
But I can shift my balance to use a basic test.
Yes, you may shift your balance. How's your balance looking, Shurva? You're almost at the far end of self-reliance.
Shut up. So I want to help Aquila out from his trapped status. So I was thinking about bolster, which is aid or impede a nearby
Yes.
character inflicting appropriate
Yes.
status. But that would just be inflicting an
No,
appropriate status.
I would
and
say
he's
that you
already
can use
kind
it to
of
also
down.
remove a status as well by bolstering. So in this instance,
Okay.
like I would say that you can help him overcome being trapped by using your turn to inflict, or basically to remove the status of trapped. Like that, I'm absolutely okay with that. I know it's not rules as written for Avatar Legends, but I'm 100% behind that. I think that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so I was gonna
Like
say,
if
if
you
I
use-
don't do that, I could use help instead.
To give him a
which
plus
You could
one.
use your long whip to like pull me out of the ground.
You
well,
could use
how
your long whip
exactly
to pull
is
him
he
off.
trapped in the ground? Is he like? Is his
Stone hands have
hanging
half
out?
buried him. Yeah, his upper torso and hands are still out, and his head, obviously, but
And
his
is the
entire
ground
lower body.
around him like solid?
Tossed stone and broken earth.
Okay, sick.
Do not be-
I'll just grab his arms and pull him out.
Yeah, you can use the bolster to remove that status. You may remove trapped Aquila as you are uppies.
Uppies!
Amazing. Perfect. And next up, we have after Shurva, we have the very last future Mako, who is going to evade and observe. Future Mako turns towards current Mako and tries to call you out. Current
Ah,
Mako.
shit, no.
I thought he has to pay attention to Aquila.
He doesn't have to pay attention to Aquila. Once Aquila was trapped, was no longer an issue.
Okay.
Even though
Doesn't
Aquila's
really
no longer
right.
trapped. And that wasn't really like he has to pay attention. That was more just like you're now in the middle of the crossfire. So if there's any attacks, you're going to be caught in them. But this isn't really an attack. This is a
This
evade
is a
and
call
observe.
out. This is not great.
Aquila, you are
Yeah.
pulled out of the stone, and as you do so, you watch as future Mako just walks right past you, right up to current Mako.
Oh man, this is gonna be like episode 3 of Star Wars.
Sure.
Obi-Wan and Anakin
Yeah.
talk here.
Future.
Yeah, that was me and Shurva.
Yeah. Future Mako looks at you, current Mako. What are you doing? Seriously? This is what you're doing. This is what you're wasting your time on. You're better than this. You don't need these people. You don't need to think through. You need to act. You need to be better. And he's going to try and shift your balance towards action.
So what do I have to roll with?
So you don't roll anything. Unfortunately,
He rolled.
he shifts your balance towards action.
Shit.
You're at the end of the action thing. If you get
That-
one more, you are over the edge.
Now I can't call him out.
No, because you'd have to shift your balance. That is future Marco's go. Everyone, I am going to reopen up the initiatives. Please lock in. Please lock in.
Aquila heals of fatigue.
Aquila does
But
heal
did
of
I-
fatigue.
Did I get an? I don't think I got an attack that turn.
You're muted, Aquila.
Does that keep going?
Where are you, Rung?
Yes,
Yep,
yeah, no,
for
no,
the rest of the.
Did you get an
How
advance
does
and
the
attack,
whole
Rung? Let me have a look.
No, I didn't get an advance attack that turn.
Did you not? Did I skip you? I am
You
so
did-
sorry.
You did future wrong.
Oh,
was like-
sorry. Take your advance and attack.
No,
Rung.
that-
I am so sorry. I did not mean to miss you.
No, that is all cool. I will. I'm just gonna strike myself. Yeah. Give me a little.
No, I hate you.
you mean future self, right?
No, he's going to punch himself in the face. Rung's confused by all this. If I break my arm now, he can't use it to hurt me.
If I cut off my hand, he doesn't have a hand.
9, take away 2. That's a 7. So
7.
Still,
It's just enough.
still hits.
That's a strike.
Just enough.
Would you like to have him mark the things as is, or do you want to inflict specifically by taking a fatigue?
I'll take a fatigue.
And what would you like him to mark?
I'm going to. Ooh, should I?
2 fatigue or a condition?
I'm gonna make him mark. Yeah, just go 2 fatigue. I'll make him mark that one there.
He only has
As
1
a
fatigue
smack.
left, which means he then has to mark a condition, and these are only allowed to mark 1 condition. As you strike forwards, how do you want to do this?
Go through. I just like go through there, grab one of his like stone fists, and just like smack over the head of it. Like, future Rung would never hurt his friends or his brother. And down to the ground.
As the blast of stone flies out from the ground, spears through future Rung. He's burst into pieces and turns to mist. Alrighty. You may all need to lock in your things again, just because it may be that it has timed out.
Cool. Well, that's everyone. We've all.
No, you haven't. I don't believe for a second that all of you have done it. I don't believe that for 2 seconds.
We've all.
Which future person is left?
There's
What
if I just die?
There's
Aquila
future
and
Aquila,
Mako.
future Marco, and future Al. No, future Mal's gone. It's just future Aquila and future.
What if you just take the future Mako and future Aquila? I think they're the upgrades anyway.
Yeah, can we?
Honestly.
Can I play with him?
Yeah, can I take future Mako? He seems cool.
Looks like we're missing some people. All right, hang on. Let me reinitiate combat. Everyone re-accept because Al had not clicked
That was
it.
me.
Damn it, Pandal.
God damn it,
What was I
Pandal.
thinking? I asked who was still around.
And
Yeah.
I answered.
You took so long.
All right, has everyone locked in approach? Aquila, Al.
Yeah.
I just need to see. Marco and Shurva need to lock in one more time. I'm sorry.
Marco, hurry up.
God damn it,
I've already done it.
Did.
You need to do it again. Oh, have you done it again? After I said do it again? Let's see.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
did it like 3 times now.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're all there. Brilliant. Shurva, you are up first.
Okay, roll with focus. That's a 6, that's a miss, and I am not shifting my balance again.
Cool. Marco, it is your turn next.
I'm gonna roll with harmony.
Brilliant. Are you feeling harmonious?
No.
Fuck's
I'm going
sake.
to put my teeth back in for this bit because I've got
I'm
a
gonna-
feeling that future Aquila is about to start killing people.
Now,
That is a miss. Okay.
stop.
Future
really debating
Aquila.
No, hang on a sec. I'm really debating this.
Are you going to go over the edge of balance, losing balance?
Don't.
You can't. If you lose balance,
You've got
you
no fatigue.
run away.
If you lose your balance, you give in or submit to your opposition, you lose control of yourself in a destructive and harmful way, or you take an action in line with the principle, then flee.
Into the fog.
And then you permanently shift
Forever.
your balance. Like, you
Yeah,
shift
okay,
the
I
center.
won't do it. The fleeing sounds great though. but I
Although,
won't do
you
it.
then do also clear all your conditions and fatigue.
I do. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh. I am not looking.
Actually, Marco, there's one thing I need you to do. Can you please roll your current balance as it was before? So as it is now, just roll, because actually technically you should have been allowed to resist having your balance shifted.
So it's a +2, right?
Yeah.
I'll just roll that because I know it's an 8.
That is a 7 to 9. So you may clear a condition or shift your balance towards the opposite principle.
So did I resist? Or like, what
So you
have
actually
that-
resisted having your balance shifted. So move it back to where it was, and then you may now move it again towards center, or you may clear.
I'll move
a
it back
fatigue.
towards center 1.
Yeah, brilliant. Technically, you should have been allowed to resist shifting your balance before. I had read that slightly wrong. My apologies.
Cool. Then I will use this to shift my balance, so I can do one thing.
Nice. What would you like to do?
That actually, I'd just like to do a plead.
what would you like to say?
This all started out as you wanting to protect everyone, unify everyone, help each other. Not war, not destruction, but to live in harmony. Isn't that why we got the blue flames?
Roll for a plead. Oh, we have a special request from chat. Can you just stand up abruptly and stare mechanically at the camera?
Did they watch Five Nights?
Menacingly. Not mechanically.
Oh,
It's
menacingly.
imposing.
Oh, that's so funny. I'm
Oh,
10. Absolute success, Mako. Your
sorry,
Well,
future
that's everyone.
self.
That's everyone.
Your future self pauses and looks towards you. You're naive, Mako. I don't think you understand what this is going to be like for you.
yeah, well, we're always meant to be naive. Oh, yeah, it's just
I hate
horrifying. It's
Now run-
just
it.
horrifying.
Run towards the camera, Dave. Just
Put that
run.
hand down.
Run towards
Put
the
that hand
camera.
down.
Here's what happens. Future version of you shakes his head, sighs, and disappears into the mist, leaving only future Aquila. Aquila. It's future Aquila's turn, sorry. Future Aquila looks around. They're all weak. That's their problem. They're not strong like me.
Yeah.
I can make
not
my
strong
own
like us.
friends. And he points at you, and he's going to try and take control of you as a puppet master. Could you please roll with resist, shifting your balance, Aquila?
This shifting balance.
So you just roll with your
Oh, yeah.
balance.
How do I do that?
Just click on your balance at the far end.
Wait, which one am I on? Am I on
Which one are you
+1
nearer?
or 0? Is it the coloured in one?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. I'm just gonna roll and then +1.
That's fine.
10.
10. That is a full success. As the dark tendrils shoot towards you, you batter them away with your waterbending, shooting them back, pushing them back, almost fighting the bloodbending with bloodbending itself. You are not taken control of. Appropriately, it is your turn next, Aquila.
What'd I do? Advance and attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Passion. That's a 6.
That is a miss.
That's alright.
Next up, unless you want to shift your balance.
Join us.
No.
No. Rung-Bolo. It is your turn.
I was gonna keep it pretty simple this time. I was just gonna do a cheeky little commit to shift my balance within the fray, just to move a
Brilliant.
little away from force right now.
Roll with harmony or creativity. Let's see if you can.
Go creativity. It's not as miss the pluses. Yeah, but
5. That is a miss. Arl, it is your turn next. This has been a rough combat for you guys. This has been tough.
I'm so angry.
So
Our
angry.
future selves are so good.
We're amazed, really.
All right.
Okay, I will roll with creativity.
Brilliant.
That's a 7.
That's you may pick one thing.
How fucked up does Mako look?
Marco
He's
looks
like-
pretty fucked up. I'd say Aquila looks more fucked up though. Maybe not.
No. I think I look. Yeah.
No, Mako's way worse.
Evade and observe. Okay, so well, Al sees them advancing, and he sees Mako still struggling with his future self. And Al will move up next to Mako, and say, Mako, this isn't you. You won't.
Oh, wait,
You would never come and kill an entire nation of people. You wouldn't do that. I believe in you, and I will foster and hinder and empower him.
Brilliant.
Empower. Cool.
At the end of the round, Rung, the little baby avatar that you had saved before and just placed on the ground behind you, suddenly shifts and warps, taking on Roku's appearance once again.
Ha! That was rather annoying. No more.
And Roku reaches out and places a hand on future Aquila's head, and you watch as he turns into dust, disappearing into mist. And with that, you are all out of the initiative combat. As Roku dusts his hands off, the mist coalesces and takes the form of the young waterbender again, the young water tribe girl.
But they're criminals. Why are you helping them?
Yes, Al.
Do Mako and Aquila heal a fatigue from that round,
Yeah.
like that we just finished? And
I'm
do
happy for
they
them to heal
keep healing over time, or was it just that one last round?
Just that last one, as they're in the combat.
I'm down to 2.
Hey.
But they're
Lucky.
criminals. They've thrown the world into chaos. How can you defend them?
Roku shakes his head.
You don't understand. They didn't do this maliciously. Intent matters here. Maybe one day you'll understand that.
Mako
Children.
just wants to save his dad.
Exactly. Come, let me take you back to where you were taken from. Take you back to the Fire Nation.
And with that, Roku holds out a hand and begins leading you, the mists gathering in around you. And as they close in and your vision fades away, you suddenly find yourselves awakening with a gasp, lying on the beach, back in the Fire Nation, your campsite. The fire has burned low. It's dawn. Sun is shining. And you hear the roar of a dragon nearby. And that is where we're going to wrap up for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for our Halloween special. I hope you all enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, and also something a little bit fun. If you're watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We're going to go raid a lovely channel. In fact, I'll tell you right now who we're going to go raid. We're going to go raid Fate's Grip, who are currently playing Dungeons & Dragons, also dressed up, looking sexy. So we're going to go raid their channel. If you're watching us on YouTube or on a podcast platform of your choice, thank you so much. Make sure if you're on YouTube, you hit that subscribe button and join the other bloody legends who've hit it in the past. Recently, our sub to non-sub ratio has just jumped over 65%, so 65% of you are legends. Thank you so much. It's so nice to be hanging out with legends. The remaining 35%, don't panic. It's not too late. You too can become a legend. Just hit that subscribe button and boom, you're a legend. That's it. Easy. It's the easiest thing in the world. So make sure you do it. From all of us here tonight, thank you so much. Stay safe, stay well, and may Pandal haunt your dreams for all time. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. Love you.